Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell Miller. In today's video, I want to talk about setting boundaries in a romantic relationships and why this is so important. I think anybody watching this can agree if you more than likely have been with somebody in the past who has treated you a way you didn't like, talked to you a way that you didn't like, and behaved in a way that you didn't like, or maybe had activities that they did that you didn't like. And so that's what I want to cover in this video. I do want to say that right up front, to kind of like help some of the people, that the longer you're in a relationship with somebody, you're going to start ignoring red flags that you really shouldn't ignore because your love for this person is so high. And you also have a natural fear of abandonment. So when you're involved in a long-term relationship with somebody that's not treating you the way that you know that you should not be treated, because of that natural fear that every human has, it's going to make it harder to leave that relationship even though you know deep down that you need to. Okay, I can tell you from experience, from experience and just life in general, there is always somebody that you can replace anyone. Okay, everybody's replaceable, and there is always somebody that will treat you much better than the last person. So every relationship that you're in, you should be thankful for, because if you are dating them or married to them, these people more than likely have good qualities. That's why you're with them. Every girlfriend I've ever been with, the several that I've been with, have all had qualities that I absolutely loved, and that's why I was with them. And I've got life experience. I've broken up with people, and I've been the one broken up with. And if you're in a relationship with the person that you absolutely love and they end up breaking up with you, you are going to go through the worst pain in your life. Okay? Breakups, the pain of breakup actually can cause physical pain. There's studies that show that when you have a connection with somebody and you lose that, so if you lose a loved one, you can have like physical symptoms from that. That's how severe getting broken up with is. Like, it actually causes physical pain. And so with that being said, let me tell you about the girls that I have been with. That way you can look back and say like, okay, yeah, that fucking sucks. So I have been with the girl that cheated on me. I have been with the girl that was just angry all the time. I have been with the girl that would randomly start fights with me out of nowhere and then would start belittling me after a certain amount of time. And then it would literally continue, I kid you not, for like 2 or 3 days. And then if I blocked her on something, she would find another way to message me and continue the argument. And then I've also been with the girl that refused to communicate. So that means that this girl in particular, she had problems that she let build up. And because she didn't tell me what was wrong, I ended up getting broken up with this girl. This girl ended up breaking up with me. Okay? So as you can see, there's a pattern here. Dating people that are not emotionally available or are not happy and healthy is gonna fucking drag your emotions down. Okay, you will go through emotional abuse dating women like that I have dated. And every relationship that you're with, you are going to learn what you like and what you don't like. So these boundaries that you're gonna start setting and reinforcing, because you can look back on the past. So here's something I need you guys to understand before I say this. Humans tend to look at the present and the future based on everything that happened in the past. So me being cheated on by this girl, as you can imagine, that can cause a little bit of trust issues. Okay? Or me being with the other three girls that I mentioned, okay? Someone that's naturally angry all the time, that's going to weigh you down emotionally. You're not going to have the energy to want to be around them. The girl that just explodes on me out of nowhere and then continues that and starts to, like I said, belittle me, that is going to, that's going to drag you down emotionally. Being with somebody that doesn't know how to communicate, that refuses to solve problems with you in that moment, and then comes back and acts like nothing happened a week later, that's emotional abuse, and that's going to fucking wreck you. And that one took me, every relationship I've ever been in has taken me about two months to start allowing myself to get back to that Mitchell that I was before. And then at month 3, usually I'm like, I feel like a fucking brand new person. That's happened to me every single time. And the reason why is because I allow myself to feel my feelings, because the brain processes traumatic events based on allowing you to feel like if you had trauma in your past and it hurts, and as long as you feel that hurt mentally, you're going to get over it over time. The brain, feelings allow you to get over stuff. So let's talk about the boundaries then. How do we set boundaries? First of all, you need to know, how are you willing to be treated? What do you want your partner to do in a relationship? And then what are you not willing to put up with? So some of these girls, one of these girls in particular, the girl that didn't know how to communicate, also made everything else in her life a priority except for me. And then I would think that because I'm not a priority, that I don't care how secure of a person you are, dating somebody like that will always make you an anxious person. And then you're going to try to fix the relationship. And what you have to learn over time when you start studying attachment styles is these people are conditioned to be by themselves because it's safer to be alone than it is to be in a relationship. And that's because of the way their parents raised them growing up. All right? So that's the key point here, is that when a person acts a certain way, especially when that bond is formed, so after about 6 months, when you really see who that person truly is, their trauma from their childhood and their life experience is going to start coming out. Okay? And I can tell you right now, there's a quote that I love, and it's, you have to partake in your own rescue. So I had to learn this the hard way, unfortunately, in that relationship that I'm talking about. You can't fix someone that doesn't want to be fixed. If they don't think they need to change, nothing you can do is going to change them. So when you're in a relationship with somebody, and like that, where several of these relationships, I knew I shouldn't be in them, I'm telling you, trust your gut feeling and get out before things get too serious, because once that bond gets formed, that fear of abandonment is now going to be present, and you're going to have a hard time leaving a relationship where you know you're not supposed to be in. Okay? This one in particular, I knew I should have left a long time ago, but I kept finding a way to come back. So, that girl that cheated on me, if someone has cheated on you, it's very likely that they have cheated on other partners in the past that that didn't treat them the way they want to be treated. And so, if you're talking to a girl and you're not in a relationship, if she brings up the fact that she's cheated on people in the past, do not think that you're going to be different, bro. She's going to fucking do it to you. Women, same thing applies if you're talking to a guy like that, okay? Now, going back to boundaries, again, if you know that you want to be with a girl that makes you a priority, a natural, healthy, normal woman is going to know how to communicate, and she's going to love you. So she's going to talk to you about problems. She's going to want to talk to you all the time. She's going to want to spend all the fucking time with you, because that's what women do. Women they want relationships. So women, a natural, healthy woman, will want to give you all their attention, all their time. Okay, so communicate, want to be with you. They're going to treat you nice. A woman that loves you is going to treat you nicely. A woman that loves you is going to respect you as a man. All right? So those are some things that you need to look for. And so if you're with somebody that you're putting in all this effort and it feels like it's a one-sided relationship, you need to tell them, hey, this relationship right now feels like I'm doing everything. You're not really putting in any effort, and that's really bothering me. If there's something going on that you haven't told me yet, can we please talk about this so I can address it and we can get back to where we were before? All right? And if they think, oh no, everything's fine, and you have to pry it out of them, and in most cases, if a woman's like, it's fine, and she knows how to communicate, women will do that to test you. Oh, it's fine. She wants you to start digging to show her that you care. But if this girl starts stonewalling you, or if she starts getting passive aggressive and wants to argue, but you never come to a conclusion, well, that's a girl that doesn't know how to communicate. And like I said, if you can't communicate, you can't fix problems, that relationship's going to end. So in this case, if you're with a girl that would rather be with her friends or work or family or anything else other than you're not a priority. You need to say, hey, I see you're being a little distant right now, and I'm not too sure if I did something wrong that caused you to do this, but if I did, can we please talk about this? Because if you continue to act this way and you continue to be distant, I'm going to be forced to look into my best interest and find somebody that wants to be with me. So the boundary that's the boundary. If you keep crossing this line, I am going to leave and look somewhere else. The fastest way to get someone's attention and to find out if they really love you or if they don't care about you is to walk away and never look back. So if you get broken up with, or you do the breaking up with, okay, Now, if you broke up with somebody, it's your job to fix it. But if they broke up with you, you need to walk away. Okay, you need to have the mentality that you will never speak to this person again for as long as you're alive. And if they want to fix it, they need to come back and fix it. And that's going to show you that, you know what, they loved you enough to where they regret doing what they did and they think this could be better a second time around. And then that's going to put the power back in your shoes. And you're going to say, you know what, depending on where you're at, I don't want this. Or, yeah, I'll give it a second chance, but I want to take it very slowly. Okay, they need to earn you back if they break up with you. Now, when it comes to emotional attachments with boundary settings, like I said, the longer you're with somebody, the harder it's going to be to leave. And when you're in a relationship with somebody for a very long time and that bond gets formed, that's where your insecurities are really going to start coming out. So people behave in relationships identically to how they behaved to their parents growing up. Okay? So if you have a parent that cheated on your parents, or if you have, like, let's say dad cheated on mom, that could, if a person is like cheating, that could stem from that. If someone is very sexually active and sleeps with a lot of people, more than likely, well, I can't say more than likely, but based on the research I've done, it's possible that they could have been through some kind of sexual abuse, and the way that they handle that trauma is to go out and sleep with other people to make them, don't quote me on that, but some of the videos I used to watch about like therapy and attractions and relationships, that's what I've been hearing, okay? If someone doesn't know how to communicate, that's more than likely because their parents did not either communicate with them or they punished them for expressing their emotions. And so in this case then, if you're dating someone who's emotionally unavailable because of their fucking parents and you're available, so like me, I'm an emotionally available person, and I've dated people that were emotionally unavailable, dude, it is going to wreck your life every single time. You are going to lose that man that you were because of the person that you're with. So there's a quote, like, you're the average of 5 people that you're with. You want to be with somebody that's going to support you, want to be with you, love to hang out with you, love to have sex with you, love to go out and talk to you, talk about you. You want someone that wants to be with you and support you. And if you're in a relationship with somebody that would rather be alone because it feels safer for them based on how they were raised as a parent, that's not healthy. And you have to tell them, listen, the way you're behaving right now, I look at it, if you're wanting to be alone instead of being in a relationship. And if you want to keep acting like that, that's fine. Keep doing it. But I'm going to have to go and look for somebody that wants to be with me. That is setting a boundary. But the longer you're with somebody, the harder that's going to be because of that fear of abandonment. But I can tell you right now, even if you think that you can't find somebody better, that is a very poor fucking mindset to have. Every single time I've met a new girl, I have met someone that's treated me much better than the person before. Because I know what I want and what I don't want. Okay? Every girl I've been with, doesn't matter how beautiful they are, they will treat me much better in a way. Or they're going to, the universe is putting them in your life to teach you a lesson about what you want and what you don't want at that point in time. So this is a bunch of spiritual stuff, but you got to understand that every person that comes in your life is there to teach you something about yourself that you didn't know you wanted or didn't want, or you didn't know was an issue and now is becoming an issue. Okay? So every relationship that I've been in has taught me something about myself on what I'm willing to put up with and what I'm not. So every relationship that I've been moving forward, the woman that I'm with typically will display the behaviors that I want, and then it's going to reveal what I'm not willing to put up with, but it's also going to reveal how I think about myself as a person. I have been in relationships where I knew I should have left, but yet I kept finding a way to come back to that relationship. I kept finding a way. That is insecurity right there. At that point in time, I let my love for this person outweigh my feeling of, listen, I know this isn't going to last long term. I know I can replace this person in the future. I know I'd be much happier by myself, but I'm going to hold on to this fantasy of this girl that she used to be, and I'm going to hope that she eventually gets back to that woman. And I can tell you right now, that never happens. Once someone shows you who they truly are, that fantasy of who they were in the first 6 months of dating them, they will never be that person again. This is why it's so important to set boundaries early on, because people can hide who they are for about 90 days, and then after the 6 months mark, when that bond gets formed, that's when their true colors really start coming out. And like I said, once that bond gets formed, it's pretty much too late by then. If you don't leave by that point, you're fucked. Okay? And if you get broken up with, you're going to be in the worst pain of your life. Getting broken up with causes not only mental pain, but actually like physical pain. Being broken up with is the equivalent of having a parent die. That feeling, dude, it's going to wreck you, man. And I've been heartbroken a couple times. Fucking sucks. But it's been the catalyst for me to want to go out and learn different skills that I need to learn to find a better partner in the future, which is why I have said that every girl that I've dated, whether I've done the breaking up with or being broken up with, has been much better. And that's because I now know what boundaries I'm willing to set, and if they keep crossing them, I'm willing to walk away. Okay? So that's going to be the video right there about setting boundaries, guys. Listen, I'm telling you right now, even if it hurts to leave this person, if you know that you're being treated like shit, you need to walk away. I promise you, there is always somebody that will treat you better. People are replaceable. There is always going to be someone else that's going to want to be with you, that's going to love to be with you, and that's going to treat you the way that you need to be treated. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. Or actually, tell me about some boundaries that you guys have set based on some experiences that y'all have been with. I would love to hear from y'all so I can learn from other people's experiences and see if I can reflect on my own life. That being said, guys, I'll talk to y'all soon.